What's happening, guys? Zueljin here. Welcome back to another episode of Ark Survival Evolved. I hope you guys are having a terrific day. So you can see I have Archangel behind me and there's a blue stripe on it. I guess I forgot about the war paint today. I was trying some stuff. I tried to put a Z logo on my bird and it failed miserably. I've been playing around with the paint tool that Ark has, and apparently I don't know what I'm doing yet. So I think I tried to be a little bit too extravagant with my my spread and my symbol and stuff like that. So maybe I'll try it on an animal with a little bit different texture, or I'll try it with I'll probably try it a little bit smaller of a symbol. Like if I take a look at the bird, I had it all across the span of its wings. So when it would open up its wings and would fly, it would show my entire logo, and it didn't look right at all. So I'm thinking that just maybe a small logo on its chest or on its side or something like that might look a little better. But right now we're going to keep Archangel as is. Today I want to look around a little bit. First of all, before we get started today, I think I want to talk to y'all about what's about to happen to Poop City. So most of you know, and a lot of you have already asked, like we know better than the forums for the devs or something like that. But the swamp biome is coming, and so is the frost biome, and so are new dinos like the dire wolf, and I forgot the name of the other one, but it's supposed to be furniture, which is going to be a great update, and it's going to be an amazing update, don't get me wrong, but Poop City is in danger, you guys. I don't know if y'all have seen from some of the other guys on the server's videos, but Poop City is in danger. So if you take a look at the swamp map, the swamp biome is kind of going to pass right through here, like all through here, around where the lake's at, and it's going to most definitely affect these houses that you see here, along with the main building in Poop City. Now, you'll probably notice a severe lack of dinos too. Like Tiny has a bunch of dinos stuck in the corner, but everybody else's dinos have kind of been moved out. And one of the reasons is we're expecting catastrophe. They've said that the buildings will probably not survive, not specifically to us, but because of the biome change. So we probably just picked the worst place in the world to build a base. I'm actually really excited about the swamp biome, but I'm not too excited about losing all of our structures and stuff. But there's also a little spot around where me and Miola's house is that's probably going to get damaged too. So I might lose my little villa. I hope I don't, because I really like my villa, but I do need to move out to a new base anyway. That's not to say I don't want to participate in the builds for town, but I'm not too sure what I'm going to do. My plan for a swamp build was actually before a swamp biome was even announced. And I'm going to show y'all where I was looking at doing that anyway. But what I think I want to do today is show y'all a little bit about where I put my dinos. And there's also a few questions I got on Askfm. I've been getting a bunch of questions in comments, and as y'all know, I can't really answer all of my comments all the time, you guys. In fact, I don't answer most of them just because it's a lot of, you know, hey, thanks, keep up the good work and stuff like that. And I try to address them as much as I can in the videos. For anybody that has specific questions that I haven't answered before, I really try to address them. But sometimes it just gets lost in the shuffle. So I think it's about time to do a Q&A, but I don't really have enough questions to do with this episode. So while I'm flying over, I thought I would do... I put out an Askfm tweet on Twitter just today, and I got 6 or 7 responses, so I figured I would go ahead and list them off. I will no longer be able to do them all, but I'm going to try to get to them all today. So question number 1 is, I asked this before, but do you run 2 monitors? What brands and why? The first one, I run 3 monitors actually. I run 2 Dell I run an HP monitor, a Dell monitor, and an AOC monitor. And that's just because they were bargains at the time, or they were hand-me-downs and stuff like that. I don't have real sophisticated monitors, so that's just the way it is. Boy, this is terrible weather, huh? Question number 2, even though most of your new subscribers are here from Ark, can you do the occasional Hermitcraft video? They are really entertaining, and I'm sure a lot of new subscribers would also like it since you are able to make them entertaining. In fact, I do have a Hermitcraft episode that is going to be published really soon. It's an ABBA with Etho. But I am not going to be doing them regularly. I will be doing them every once in a while. But guys, I'm kind of tired of Minecraft. I'll be perfectly honest with you. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it and beat around the bush. I'm pretty tired of Minecraft. I've been playing it for years, and even though I do enjoy some aspects of it, I much rather play a lot of other games right now. So there you have it. Third question is, how old are you? I am 38 years old. Fourth question, if you could play an instrument, what would you play? In elementary school, I played a saxophone, but I probably wouldn't want to play a saxophone. I was saying if I could play anything, I think I would choose a piano because it's one of the most difficult and it's one of the most beautiful. So I'll get back to the questions in just a moment when we're traveling again. So this is the setup that I currently have with the metal form, as y'all saw before. But I went ahead and parked some of my dinos up here, so they're absolutely safe right here. I have Carry a Pigeon, which I tamed last episode. Y'all saw Spunwack and I tamed it. He's already level 184. He's following Timberland, which everything is following Timberland right here as well. And the majority of all of my stuff are on these dinos, so I shouldn't have to worry about anything. There's nothing that really spawns right here. The occasional Argentavas, but I really don't have to worry about it. I rarely see an Argentavas that spawns at this level, so I don't really have to worry. And it's nice. It kind of sucks that we can't really farm metal here while we're doing this, but I mean, it's only a day. We were supposed to get the update yesterday, and we did not get it, and we also did not get it today, so it kind of stinks. So while I'm here, I guess I should go ahead and map out where I want to take you guys. So what I want to do is head northeast, kind of southwest of where I used to live, probably around 40, 75. That's kind of where I want my base. It's going to be right east of where Slipgator lives. Slipgator has a little area that he really, really likes over there. Now, I'm not particularly sure that I'm going to build a base here because I really want to see what the swamp biome and the winter biome look like. But we'll get to that in just a moment. So let's see. I do have my GPS on me, right? Am I heading northeast? I am heading southeast. Let's head northeast. Okay, we should be good with that. All right. So, next question. Hey Z, what's happening? I was wondering if you guys would ever consider opening up the server that you play on to fans to play with you guys. I'm going to get a PC soon, my first, and it was because of you, Slip and Drax, that I got into Ark in the first place. You guys are awesome, keep it up. So there's a few problems with that, and I do get, I'm sorry the weather's so terrible too, you guys, but I mean, just listen to my voice, I guess, and look at something prettier. That's the only thing. So there's a load of problems dealing with adding people to this server, for one. There are things that appear in videos like chat and stuff like that most people that don't have a, that aren't there with a YouTube agenda will kind of mess up for the standard viewer. A lot of people don't have good audio equipment, so if I'm cutting up with somebody and I want to do a team activity with somebody that isn't necessarily a YouTuber, their audio is probably going to sound pretty rough, which kind of is bad for just about everybody watching. Another thing is managing other people, you guys, it takes time. So does running a server, and things can go wrong with other people's accounts and stuff like that. We are in the business of kind of making videos, that's what we do as YouTubers. So by doing this, we already have a healthy community. We have plenty of people to play with. We really don't desire to invite anybody else onto the server, especially people that we don't know. If there are people that we do know that come as recommended, or we decide to invite them, then that's one thing. But honestly, guys, it does us, like, I know there's a bunch of you that would love to play with us, and that's why we do the Survival of the Fittest things on Sundays. But as far as opening up this server, or doing a whitelisted server, or even a public server to play Ark on, the answer is no. Because, I mean, honestly, we already play Ark on this server, and we don't want to take away from the time doing that. We already invest a lot of time into our videos and the gameplay on here, so that's just the way it is. So I hope that answers your question. I hope it didn't come off all crazy. Next question. Do you know when the Ark update is coming to Ark? So, we've been getting a lot of this too, and I don't mean to be snooty or sharp or anything like that, but think about the question that you're asking me. Google or Steam forums or Twitter, especially the Ark's Twitter, or just about any other media in the world is probably going to get you a better answer than asking me. I don't know why people choose to ask us, like Slip and Drax and I, we were talking earlier that we do get a lot of comments like that. Like, do you know when the update is going to publish? Of course we don't know when the update is going to publish. We know just as much as you guys. Like, only the developers know that, and sometimes they don't even know that, or they would post more accurate ETAs. So no, I do not know when the next Ark update is coming, and I'm gonna try to be ready for it just like you are. But the last question is, what is your favorite number? My favorite number is 7. I don't know why, but my favorite number is 7. Most people, when they ask me to pick a number from 1 to 10, I say 7. I have picked the number 7 as quite a few things when I was growing up, like form team, being in baseball and stuff like that. I've picked number 7 for my jersey number and stuff like that. So yeah, it's that. All right, we're getting close to the point that the swamp is, and I'm sorry that this episode is a little bit random, but I really wanted to address this. First of all, if you guys really enjoy the Q&A portion of stuff, or y'all want to hear your questions answered, go ahead and check out the Ask.fm link in the description, and that's Askfm. You can leave a question there, and I can't guarantee you that I will get to all questions, but I'll try to get to them in some format or another. I might do them on streams, I might do them on VODs, I might do them on videos, no telling, I might do them on vlogs too. So I never really did a 100,000 subscriber special because I moved past it pretty quick, but that's how it goes. I know a lot of people do have questions. There's a ton of other stuff that I could probably answer this episode that will knock out a bunch of concerns, but so this is the area that I was thinking of, you guys. There is a river here. There are quite a few embankments that kind of come down with these really cool swampy trees right here. This is just an awesome area. Now, one thing about this area, and pardon the frames, it just kind of gets like that sometimes. Every once in a while you see Sarcos in here, but not a whole lot. You do see a variety of dinos, but not an incredible amount. We are by my favorite mountain on the map, which is the Northeast Mountain. I really love that. We're not too far from the North Island, so I can always go there if I have to. And down this river, actually up north just a little bit, there's quite a bit of dinosaur action. Like Spinosaurs and Raptors and T-Rexes and all that good stuff. And even though I flew slow over here, I can get to Pope HQ relatively quick if there's anything left standing. So this is a consideration of mine. Now, I didn't necessarily want to move in this grove of trees, like in this, like I didn't want to mess this up. What I wanted to do is possibly move into the forest that's right here, or what I would call the woods. So if I go just east of here, I'll pull out the map and I'll show you exactly where it's at. It's south of this mountain, and this forest right here is so good. And I'll show you what I mean. Let's just dive into it. Now, not this area. There's an area that has much less rocks to it. I'm going to have to look around for it and show it to you. Maybe it's a little bit north. Why am I going south? Oh, wait. Maybe it is a little bit south. Because north is around the actual mountain. And that's not what I was going for. You see how thick it gets in here? It's crazy. This is not what I want. It didn't look like a jungle. It looked more like a forest. And is this it? Maybe it was. Yeah, I think it was right next to these plains. I think this is it right here, right in here. Because there was not a whole rock. Actually, this is way too thick for it. Now you got me questioning myself. Why? It's right by Blue Tower. I know that. Here it is. So guys, look at the way this forest is structured. There's not really any rocks here. It's mostly just trees. We can always go get rocks, you know. It's right by this lake. This lake is gorgeous, by the way. Look at this. This is what I'm talking about. Like, posting up right here would be such an awesome place. The tower's right there. There's plenty of rocks on the shore that we can get to. There's a lot of water. It's swampy right here. I don't know why this part wasn't the swamp biome. I have no idea why. But nobody's parked here right now, so there's definitely a consideration. I would love to know what you guys thought about that. All right. Well, that's exactly what I wanted to show you is this section right here. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark this section on my map just so I'll know next time. And let's pull out the GPS. It's 5373. I could pretty much bank on that. So I'm going to go ahead and hit P. Is it P? Place map marker. It is P. Okay, I know what's going on. I can't be flying. So let's just land. We'll land right here. And we'll just hit P. Oh, I gotta even be off my bird right now. P. Alright. Wait, 5? Can I do that? No. I already forgot what the markers are. 5. 5374. We'll do that. 5374. 74. And we'll call this potential base. Why can't I even put the whole thing? Z's base spot. Can I put all that? Z's base spot. I could do that without the apostrophe. Darn you, game. Okay, Z's base spot. There it is. So we're a little bit south of where I thought we were gonna end up, but that's okay. All right. So now that I have this spot marked out, what do you guys think? I want to have y'all input in the comments to let y'all know what's up. It's right near the blue tower, so it's gonna be easy mark for people to find. It's got stones around. It's got a mountain nearby. Well, sort of nearby. Not incredibly close, but pretty close. We're very, very close to the water, so it's going to be good for that. We won't have to collect rainwater or anything. And it's still kind of inland, you know. It's still got some stuff going on. It's not near the beach or whatever. And there's plenty of wood, so we'll be able to build something pretty magnificent out here. I don't need to necessarily do all stone. In fact, I kind of like the wood aesthetic better. And as you can see, we will be able to hunt Spinos on the regular. So that's only a level 4 right there, but there's also an ankler right there too. Really, really cool. What is he attacking? Oh, the ankler's level 80. That ankler's probably going to kill him. That's pretty crazy. The Dilophosaurus, are you nuts? Archangel is a boss. Archangel. Are you going to do anything about this Dillo? You just going to let the Dillo do that to you? Alright, how about this? Whistle neutral. Whistle aggressive. Whistle attack my target. That'll work. Are you going to do anything now? Hey! What are you doing? Do you have to make that wide of a turn, Archangel? Kill this Dillo for me. Thank you. Well, it's a good thing that I wasn't getting my butt kicked. You would have just been like, anyway, you guys, I'm going to head back towards base now. Alright guys, I kind of want to keep a running total on how long it takes me to get to back and forth to Poop City. So we're heading directly east here, and we should be heading west, I'm sorry. So we should be heading west and going towards Poop City here as pretty much as fast as we can, just to see how long it would take to get there. So I'm out of questions for the day, but I would like you guys to check out the link below for Askfm to ask me some more questions, and I'm going to try to answer a couple of questions that I have been getting very often lately. And one of those being, what are your computer specs? So I have a recently purchased computer. I had a computer built for me. What I have is, I don't know what kind of case it is, but it's the main parts, the guts, the stuff that everybody cares about, I guess. I have a Radeon R9 290X video card. It's got 4 gigs of RAM. I have 16 gigs of memory in my actual computer. I have a 540 gig solid state hard drive, and I use a 4th generation i7 processor clocked at 4 gigahertz. That's the meat and potatoes of my system. That's what makes it go. So everything else is kind of bells and whistles, but I use a Logitech keyboard. I use an Audio Technica 2000, I think it's AT2005 mic. I use a Logitech webcam. I mentioned the kind of monitors that I used before. That's pretty much it. I use a Razer mouse. So yeah, I have been using a HOTAS as well. It's a Thrustmaster T, I believe it's called, and I use that for Elite Dangerous, which I'm starting to get to play a little bit again. We have an expansion coming up for it, and I really always enjoyed that game. So I'm definitely going to be looking into playing some more of that. Drax and Slip and I have been playing a little bit, so it's looking pretty good. Another question that I get mostly is, where do I live? And it's Louisiana. What is my real name? My real name is Daniel. There's a few other questions that come to mind, but not so specific as the ones that I've just answered and some of the ones that I answered before. So drop me a question, you guys. This is pretty fun. I'd like to do some more Q&As in the future, and every once in a while on the videos, I know there's a lot of people that would like to know stuff. So hit me up on Ask.fm and I'll do that. I know this episode was much different, guys, but we're kind of in limbo because of the move. I didn't want to do anything just to say that I would do it, you know, but I really wanted to check out that base and kind of address some concerns and kind of talk to y'all about the updates that are happening. That's why when I log into the next time and everything's destroyed, you guys don't freak out. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully after the updates, we'll get into some furniture stuff, guys. We'll tame a dire wolf, some fun stuff like that. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, don't forget to give me some dap on that like button to show you support for the series, and you can subscribe to the channel for more daily videos. Thanks so much for watching. As always, this is Zueljin signing off, and we'll see you next time.